Hey guys, good Wednesday style practice for us. Really focused on two things today, especially defensively. Watching the tape, and looking at Davis Webb, by far one of the more accurate deep ball quarterbacks that we've seen. Throws a great ball, gives his kids the opportunity to make plays. And when you look at Hanson going up and Stovall going up, they're making plays down the field. Our DBs are going to have to do a great job of playing the football because there's not going to be too many overthrows or missed throws with this guy. He's an elite talent, so we've got to play the deep ball really, really well. The other thing that we worked on is third down efficiency. This is a group, as you watched them in Oregon, that had a 15-play drive, 14-play drive, 13-play drive in that first half, and Oregon just couldn't seem to get off the field on third down, and all of a sudden the play numbers added up. The biggest thing for us, I think, with any good quarterback is trying to get him off his spot, whether it's three-man rush, four-man rush, pressure situations. We got to be able to move this quarterback and get him off his spot, and worked a great deal on that. Oppositely, for the offense, looking back at the teams that have struggled against Cal, it's the guys that go three and out in a hurry. When you're playing a team that puts a lot of plays up each game, you have to sustain your own drives, and you have to be ball control, and you have to make those third downs. So we worked our third down package a lot today offensively to find out the finer details and work out the final details. Injury-wise, it was good to get a J.D. Harris back today. He bounced back. Leon looked better today, so I'm expecting both of those kids to play. Held Justin again. He's looking a little bit less of playing in this game, but everybody else is looking healthy. So it was good to get a J.D. and Leon back. With that, I'll answer any questions that you got. We've been going at this a lot. Our coaches were saying, man, we can't wait to play. It's been seemed like 2 weeks, Coach. Same for y'all.
We need a game. I said we need a game.
Yeah, we need a game.
Did you feel like after the Utah game that you guys were out of the divisional race?
No, not at all. When you look at when you do the study of what has won this race, I think it's one time a squad has won it with 8-1, but it's usually been 7 wins, 6 or 7 wins. We tied for it last year at 6-3. We just knew we would have to do something special and run the table. Knew that we had the talent. It was about playing better. I thought we played, like I've said, I thought we played a lot better than we did in the first 4 games at Utah. Getting rid of the turnovers obviously helped, and then all of a sudden you go on a 3-game run with a team that is starting to live up to their potential. So now we got to keep it going, and it comes in with a team that's got our exact record, with a very talented offense, with 2 bunches that are fighting their butts off to trying to get back up at top of their side. So it ought to make for a great game.
Does it help that you kind of went through a similar streak last year of putting together a bunch of wins?
Yeah, I think about what happened last year, and we were actually talking about it as a staff, that we took each game 1 game at a time, and all of a sudden you look up and we run the table in November. We go 4-0 in November, and that's probably what it's going to have to take this time around. And we got to pour all our efforts into this game right now. You can't get caught looking ahead, and that's what I think. We're doing. These guys are out here. I think they've had a great 2 weeks of practice preparing for this game. We haven't looked ahead. We've just been focusing on this game and this game only.
There was a time in the season where you had to kind of preach staying consistent, telling guys not to get too low. Now that they've won 3 straight, is it like the other way now? We're not getting too high.
We talk about just doing our job and doing the simple things better, and that's what we've preached over the last 3 weeks. It's not about the hype. It's about doing our job and being fundamental and technique sound. And those guys have done that. They've done it over the last 3 weeks and gotten better with each week. Stay the course. I haven't gotten too high or too low as a coach, neither has our coaching staff. We just kept grinding and add up all the wins at the end and see where we're at. And I think that's what you keep on doing. You keep on progressing your team, and hopefully you're playing your best ball in November.
When you give Adoree the plays for the week, are they different for each opponent?
Yeah,
the offensive plays?
yeah. Usually, we've got a package for him that we know about 20 plays in his package, but we'll only carry anywhere from 4 to 6 in a game, and we'll pull those 4 to 6 out. Remind him he's been through every play before, but it's based on what a particular team does, a particular pressure, a particular coverage. Whether we want to throw it to him, whether we want to hand it to him. So we bring him to his package in the game every week, and it just then you start to filter out. Are they kicking him the ball? Is he getting a touch? How many plays has he played on defense? And if you can get it to where he's not tired, he's capable of coming over and helping you, and they're not kicking it to him. You want to get it in his hands somehow, some way. So offensively, we're looking hard each and every week to do that, and this week's no different.
So you're going in after that Utah game. You got into the game kind of with an open. I mean, he hasn't been needed since that, but you go in kind of an open mind, and he could possibly play.
Yeah, no question. Every week I go in saying, okay, hey, I try to limit him to, he's playing so much defense, and we're playing in these passing teams right now that you go in saying, he's probably at a max of about 6. And if we can get to that number, great. And you really try to push for it, especially now they're starting to kick away from him. Teams are sky kicking and putting the ball out of bounds and not letting them touch it. So you got to be creative and find ways to get him the ball. He's too special.
How has he responded to that? Basically, like kind of the idea of being on call every week.
He's the best I've ever seen. I mean, you're talking about a true pro. His retention and his football instincts, and he did it at Sarah. I think that really helped him for what we do here. I mean, he knows his plays. You literally have to go over it once or twice with him, and he's ready to go. I mean, you saw today the special catch he made today. I mean, he's just ridiculous. He can go out there anytime and make his play. And I haven't been around too many like him, from book smart to football instinctive to talent. He's pretty special.
That's good.
All right, guys. All right. Take care.